Hey everybody, good morning. It's Sunday, and I thought I would record a video or two. First up, I wanted to look at a Herald. I've actually had a lot of people ask for a Paladin Chanter, Chanters in general. I haven't recorded a lot of them, mostly because I kind of don't, I don't get Chanters very well. I don't know, I don't understand them. I don't feel like they're chants do a lot, I guess. Some of them do in the later I saw, but at least early on, especially with a multi-class chanter, it'll be a while if you get to those big abilities. So I don't know, but I do like summoning, and so I picked a Beckoner. I had several people ask for a Beckoner specifically. Summons twice the number of creatures, but they're a little bit weaker. And they're cheaper too to cast. You only need so many phrases. So a chanter will chant based on how you prepared your chants. I only have one known phrase because I was a multi-class character and I didn't have a lot of things to pick. And once one phrase ends, its effect ends. And so I picked an effect I wanted to run constantly, which is going to reduce pierce and slash damage. So that's going to be active in I think it's like a 4-meter range. 4.7 because of my intellect. So it's not a huge range. That's pretty good, actually. I think you can see it there. It's not too bad. So in that range, while he's chanting, and he'll just chant constantly, basically, he will reduce the damage dealt by enemies, and then generate phrases, which you can use to summon things like Ancient Brittle Bones, which summons several skeletons that, when they die, form new skeletons, or 6 worms, and a couple of phantoms. And so to kind of complement that as a paladin, I've picked Kind Wayfarer, because as I'm attacking and doing my Flames of Devotion, not only will I be healing all of my allies, including my summons, who are a little bit weaker because I'm a Beckoner, but I will also be granting them bonus damage from Shared Flames. So let's try this out against our favorite foe here. And I'm going to Sworn Enemy him to start things off. And I believe the chanting starts right away. And I started with 2 points. 2 phrases already. So let's just summon these guys here. There we go. And let's go ahead and get this devotion, shared devotion going. There we go. And everybody healed. About 10, look like. And they should all be doing a little extra fire damage. There, I see they're all hitting them out for fire damage there. A little bit. That's excellent. I don't have any more phrases. And I guess I could keep the pressure on them with another one of these. Okay, and then they don't last very long. I think their duration is only a few seconds. Yeah, like 10 seconds. I think these guys last 20 seconds. Let's try and cast the worms next. Any second now. There we go. Let's put them right behind them so we can get a flank instantly. Alright, you can do it. Alright. And we do want to do this again. I'm stunned, looks like. This guy's kind of powerful, and I'm only level. I didn't level up to 9, I just leveled up to 7. Alright, so that healed them all a little bit. And they're just picking away at him for a little bit of damage. There's a lot of them, though. He's ignoring me now. Oh, I have a worm that's low on health. Let's save him. There we go. Healed all these guys for 17 health. Look like. So yeah, that works really well. I mean, if you're in a whole party, don't forget you could pick different phrases that do different things in an area of effect, a pretty decent sized area of effect, and summon a bunch of guys like in the back row behind the front line that you're facing. Really just start popping flanks everywhere and getting enemies in the mood to get their asses kicked. So yeah, that works really well, I think. I'm, like I said, not a huge Chanter fan, but so far combining Chanter with a melee class has been very effective every time I've tested it. Like the Barbarian combination with the Chanters is really fun too. Alright, well, anyway, that was just a short look at Herald. So I guess if you have any questions or want a different combination of Chanter, let me know and I'll try and get to it. Like I said earlier, last week, I'm going to slow down a little bit on the videos because we're only about 10 days away from launch and I don't want to get too burned out. But I am still digging into different aspects of the game. Actually, you know what? While I'm here, I'm going to load up another game I was playing with where I just did a bunch of very high level, level 9, the highest the beta can go, single class characters, because I wanted to kind of play around with different high level abilities, well, mid level abilities, high for the beta. So let's do this. Before I do anything else, I'd like to take off all of these scripts, because I don't want to have any scripts running, but I do want everybody to have an auto attack set up so they can just like auto attack without using abilities, because I want to be able to use the abilities myself. Okay, so let's just stop everything. Now, one thing I do want to point out that I think is really cool is that when you got an ability that's just an instant cast, you can actually pop it right while the game's paused. It'll take effect immediately. So let's get all those abilities popped and ready to go. Thunderous Blows is but let me back up. Here's what I'm doing. I'm wild sprinting, which gives him nimble, which is a big deal. Doubles his movement, +5 dexterity for a few seconds, so he can run right into the fight very quickly and engage with something, and he cannot be attack of opportunity, to use D&D parlance. This tactical barrage you've seen before gives concentration, awareness, +5 perception, and converts some grazes to hits, and acute. Extra intellect, so all of his other abilities are at higher power level, as though he were a couple levels higher. And we're going to do Thunderous Blows, which is going to give him +5 might and extra penetration instantly. And I don't think she had anything she was going to do, so we're going to leave her standing there for now, because I want to eventually have her shadow beyond and end up behind something invisible for a big back attack. Alright, so let's just have this person. Let's see here. This is a high level druid with some high level spells, which I'll just pop up here and you can take a look at a couple of them. She's got extra penetration with ice powers. Ice elemented, keyword frost. So I don't know what I want to do with her. Not much yet, actually. You know what I could do? She's a life giver, so I can spirit shape her. And then when she changes, her rejuvenation spells will be very powerful. Okay, so he jumped into the fight, and I want him to be spirit frenzying, so his attack will stagger enemies, which is very, very nasty. Might is a big deal. I did some math on this last night with a friend of mine. We were looking at might, and since might is multiplicative, it adds its bonus after all the other numbers have been calculated, so it ends up giving you a bigger boost. Like, +25% damage from might is actually a lot more damage than just +25% damage from being bloodied as a barbarian passive, for example. Okay, so we're going to have him become quick, which again is an instant, so I can do it like whenever I just... This only works, by the way, this whole pausing the game and popping the ability instantly. It works at the start of the fight because there's no recovery time on top of anybody. No one's done anything yet that requires them to have a recovery time. During a fight, not quite the same story. So now that he's got this on him, let's go up there and get him. By the way, I've got this duality of mortal presence, which is going to give him an extra point of constitution for a wound on him, which is going to help offset his Hellwalker. Okay, let's slow things down a little bit so I can kind of make sure I see what's going on. Alright, so who is he targeting? This guy right here. Okay. Now that she's popped her, she could roar. Anyway, now that she's shifted in her bear form, let's take a look at the moon's light is now going to heal quite a bit because of a combination of things. +2 from her passive bonus to rejuvenation, +5 more because of the living surge while she's shapeshifted. And if I can get a buff on her because she's a nature druid, we can get this to be even more. We can get this even higher. So let's see if there's a spell that she can cast on herself, maybe. Here we go. Friendly AoE fit. If we can make her fit first. Oops, let's try and get everybody. Let's have her cast fit. Let's have him knock this guy down. Let's have him keep attacking. Let's have her shadow beyond and start harassing this mage with this. Alright, now that she's fit, let's see what this happened here. There we go. It's a little bit higher, 20% more because of 2 more points of power level. So that this became a very big deal. I also discovered this, by the way. If you put your cursor over a time, like a restored per 3 seconds or damage dealt over 3 seconds, it gives you the grand total, which is 400 health for the next 43 seconds. If you look at our health totals, we have between 150 and 200. That's a lot of health. Can't quite get her in there, but we're going to just put this Moonwell right there. And we're going to have the rogue keep attacking. She did some real good damage over here. We're going to have this guy. Let's see what he can do. Enlighten Agony will give him smart and reduce hostile effects on him. Nothing is on him now to do that. Let's just knock this guy down. Oh yeah, you might as well attack as a bear now. Good job, you. Let's have you. Let's do the same thing over here. I won't be able to. Okay, and then now let's cripple him so you can get flank damage on him. And can you help her out? And what about you? Let's have you charge. He's going to charge, and then now he's going to run over here. I don't think charge works like it's supposed to. It doesn't seem to do anything. Okay, so then let's get this back going again. There we go. So that was just kind of a brief look at single class characters. I thought that would be kind of a neat thing to show off. And what did I want to show off originally? I don't remember now. Hope I did. Hope I showed it off. Anyway, the whole reason I loaded the save game was to do a thing. Now I've forgotten what it was. Getting old sucks. Okay. Well, regardless, I will, when I'm recording the video, maybe I'll put a little annotation in there and see what I was trying to talk about. But hopefully you got a little bit of fun out of seeing some of the higher level stuff. Oh, someone did ask about the Long Pain a long time ago, which you can use to make monk abilities trigger range attack. Let's, that'll just take a second, actually, because I'm starting with 4 wounds because I'm a Hellwalker, which is enough to instantly use that ability, like, right away. So we can just sort of do that. Okay, so let's just, the Long Pain. Now, let's watch him. You can see his range when I hover over something. It becomes quite long. Let's try and harass this mage. Let's become nimble. Get him. So you can see his Long Pain going off there. It's pretty awesome. It's great for getting over there and just messing up some range guys. Look at that. And then, of course, the wizard AI. No, who did that? No one even has chill fog. Oh, that bugs me. Well, maybe it was the enemies that did it. That would make more sense. There you go. It lasts a long time, too. 2 more seconds. How long does it last? It lasts a pretty good time. 20 seconds. Modified by intelligence. So it's pretty good. I like it. It's kind of fun. Alright, anyway, there you go. I hope that you enjoyed this look at Heralds and single class characters. Oh, it was her. Jeez. Okay, well, that's alright. I should have turned her script off. I guess I forgot to. No big deal. We were just showing off the Long Pain. Alright, well, thanks for watching, guys.